So in today's video, we're going to be addressing the Willy Wonka experience situation in Glasgow. It's been going really viral on the internet for, reasons. Not specifically positive reasons. It's called Willy Wonka's experience, but it's not really an experience. It's more of like a nightmare. Obviously, kids are supposed to love Willy Wonka, so how bad could this thing be? Trust me, it was atrocious. The people that planned this, trust me, they should be in jail. In one of those old Victorian prisons, because it's psychological torture and it's also fraud. So let's just start with how the event was promoted before we go into everything else. So this is one of the pieces of promotion that they've been using, and unless you're slow or can't read or don't know English, this is obviously AI. The language they're using in this, I don't think it's even English. From all the English that I've learned from my 15 years at least of living, I have never seen such English as this. What's catcalulating? I have never heard or seen that in a dictionary in my whole life. There's live performances. Okay, maybe Brianna will be there. Carchitons. Could you please share with me what a carchiton is? Can you see how the red flags are popping up from the promotion already? I want to say exaggerate, I don't know what that says, but they also have an exaggerate lollipops. What does that mean? You know what? I tried to somehow try and translate it to, understand what it means. Exaggerate is not a word in the English language. Whatever an exaggerate lollipop is, I do not want it. And they also have a pasadise of sweet teats. What is a sweet teat? And what is a pasadise? And then obviously at the top it says ensuring. I can't lie, my English is not the best, so I might have to actually search this one up just to make sure that I'm not stupid. It is not a word. Ensuring is not a word. So in this thing, they have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 words that are made up. Okay, I can't lie. These photos are obviously AI generated. Now, we've seen the promotion. Now let's see what was actually at the Willy Wonka experience. So, turns out this thing was in like an abandoned warehouse, something like that. So already the bar has been lowered. Isn't that maybe a safety risk and stuff like that? You might find crackheads. And because it's an abandoned warehouse, people aren't taking care of it. So, the whole thing could collapse on everyone's head and I don't know, maybe kill them or seriously injure them. Now, what it turned out to be was one of the most depressing and humbling things that I have seen in my whole life. Because what the hell is this? Can you see how cheap this looks? How could you compare the previous photos using AI to these things? It's empty, it's barely furnished. It looks depressing, and there's like a grey tint to it, so it looks even more depressing. But that might just be a Glasgow thing. How does this thing at all resemble Willy Wonka's chocolate factory? It had a whole river of chocolate. What the hell is this? Can you see any river of chocolate in this? Even the river of chocolate is fake. It's a pond. Oh! It's even plastic. I think this is the dining area. This looks absolutely horrendous. The walls have no decoration or anything. There's just these huge fans on the walls. The walls are painted like a bland white. Nothing is linking to the theme of Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory. There's some random bouncy house in the back. Like, it looks like some ghetto primary school party that you'd get invited to. Then you can see in the corner a banner that says sweet shops and boxes around it. I cannot see a single sweet on that table. Keep in mind, this is Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. And you can see this poor family here just standing here. You can see, even though it's in like 144p, the depression that's on their face. This was the entrance. In the first place, did you not think this was a bit dodgy? Because can you see how ghetto this looks? I think the budget for the banners and wall decals was like £15. To me, I can see only 4 banners on this wall. And in the first place, they are not even in the correct order. And they don't even cover the whole wall. I don't know what this is, but it looks like either a refugee camp or it looks like a place where they would harvest organs. You know what? Even though, the decoration and everything under the court is horrible, the food and drinks must be good, right? Because, it is Willy Wonka's experience. Glasgow edition. So you would really expect for the food and the drinks to be wonderful. Not really. The budget was really low, or the effort was really low, and these people were literally rationing jelly beans. Like, I saw something that said they had to give each child 1 to 3 jelly beans. Because I haven't said this yet, this experience cost £35. It cost 35 big pounds for each person, whether child, adult or baby. So just if a mother and son wanted to go, it would be £70. They had lemonade and they had to give people a quarter of a cup of lemonade. And the lemonade doesn't even look like lemonade, it just looks like piss. If someone offered me this drink and they said, oh, this is lemonade, I would not drink it. In fact, I think I would call the police because this looks like we're trying to drug me. It looks like piss. And it looks like they put some type of drug into this to knock me out. It literally looks like if I drank this, I would get roofied. And was there any chocolate? No. I did not find a single report of there being chocolate there. Keep in mind that it cost £35. If you went to Tesco, you could get a pack of jelly beans for like £1.10 and you would get like 40 jelly beans. If you go here for £35, they would give you 3 jelly beans. No chocolate and a quarter cup of piss.
Hey! Poverty is a disease.
And you must be wondering, it can't get any worse, can it? Oh no. Honey, it can get a lot worse. So, you know what I was thinking? If the food and drink there isn't good, and the decoration isn't good, and the promotion isn't good, and you know the warehouse isn't good because it's an abandoned warehouse, then the actors must be good, because what's most important isn't material things, but it's human connection. So the actors were shit, the outfits were shit, everything was shit. There's this one specific photo of this Oompa Loompa going viral. Of course, because they're slaves, you couldn't expect anything else to get worse. But there's this photo of one of the Oompa Loompas that went viral. And it's this Oompa Loompa here, but looks like, you know, they're not making chocolate, but actually making meth. As if they're, you know, water white. They have this cheap green wig on, and you can see on their face that they are fed up. She does not want to be here. She has 3 kids. She's struggling. She needs to pay the bills. And I don't know what this is, but there's somehow smoke coming out of somewhere. There's all these potions on bottles. Girl, she look high. She is definitely high off something. Willy Wonka, come collect your Oompa Loompas, because your Oompa Loompas are doing meth or coke. It couldn't get any worse than that. For some reason, they couldn't even be asked to actually write proper scripts for the people that were there. So they just made all the scripts AI generated. I don't know whether this is something sponsored by ChatGPT, but how can you make a whole script for an immersive experience based off of AI? Not even a little bit was based off AI. The whole thing was based off AI. The whole script was based off AI. It was so bad that somehow the AI started inventing characters that were not there. Like they made this one character called the Unknown. The Unknown is a scary black figure that comes out of nowhere and like scaring children, and I think giving them like poison or drug sweets. Keep in mind, this is a family-friendly experience that's meant for kids. You know, it's not a haunted house or something. This is the video of the Unknown that's been going viral.
What is that? It's the Unknown.
Glasgow, what the hell's happening? I know inflation has hit hard, but to be doing this type of stuff for money, is it really worth it? What is this thing with a black coke and a random metallic mask and some black wig looking like Diana Ross? And him moving and jittering like this, as if they're a crackhead. What type of jittering is this? Who the fuck do you think you are, Lil Kim? The kids are not feeling it, mate. The kids are not happy. They want to go home. How can you randomly add characters that were not there before? You know what? I think this is all because, you know, obviously, these people don't have a copyright for this. Apparently, the clothing that they were using for the Oompa Loompas was not even proper costumes. It was adult clothing. And these people were not informed. I don't think that's very family friendly in my opinion. Maybe the actors were good actors, you know. No. Apparently, they found the actors off the street. No background check or anything. Keep in mind, this is a kids event. And you didn't think maybe at least you could find people that maybe wouldn't be pedophiles? You need to background check people before you give them jobs that are dealing with children. The CEO of the company that actually organized this event had to make an apology online because of how bad this was, and they refunded everyone back their money. Keep in mind, apparently 900 people bought tickets. You scammed 800 to 900 people. Even if you refunded them, you scammed people out of their time. Because this thing was 45 minutes to 1 hour, not including traveling, not including the traumatic events that you would have seen, seeing the goddamn unknown, giving people's kids nightmares. Anyone that went to this, whether child, adult, animal, grandparent, or anything, even cockroaches that went to this, could probably claim £50 in damages, because the emotional stress that you'd have to deal with after seeing such a thing would be immense. The only immersive experience you'd get from this is when you have nightmares in your dreams from seeing this meth lab in your dream and seeing the goddamn unknown. They're creeping out from behind your bedroom mirror. It went so viral that the iconic Oompa Loompa woman actually got interviewed by Good Morning Britain. So the whole entire event was a whole mess. So I think what we can learn from this experience is don't trust AI generated photos and don't mess with people from Glasgow, because people from Glasgow don't play.